Hey everybody, Tony D, Little Joan here with a hot take, and this is not one I want to do, Trump fans, but I gotta prepare you. I gotta prepare you. Pence sued after no agreement reached on exclusive authority over election results, court filing. And what this article is basically saying is that Pence is out. He's not down for this. He's not down for overturning the election. I didn't think he would be. I thought it was a long shot. Um, Lawyers for Louis Gohmert said in the court filing that a conversation with attorneys representing VP Mike Pence about the upcoming joint session of Congress and whether Pence has the exclusive authority to approve or decline the electoral votes did not result in the issues being resolved. Gohmert and a host of others, including electors in Arizona, filed lawsuits against Pence this week, asking court to give Pence exclusive authority to decide which electoral votes should be counted during the upcoming joint session of Congress. Gotta hand it to Gohmert for at least trying. But it doesn't sound like Pence is down with this. And, I got to repeat something that H.A. Goodman said. If this were the Democrats, they'd totally be down with it. Can you imagine in 2012, the election's super close, and it's Biden who has to count the votes? And we had these problems or whatever you want to call them, and then Biden gets to decide. I know, it's bad news, Jim. You're very upset. And Biden's the one who has to decide. Do you think it would even be an issue? No way. Lawyers for the plaintiffs met with the lawyers for Pence at a conference council to try to agree upon the scheduling of Pence's response, but the government's lawyers sought a delay, according to the plaintiffs' lawyers. So basically, I don't think Pence is on board for this at all. I just don't. The best I think we could hope from Pence is that he punts it to the Congress. And even that, I think, is a long shot. I think if they have the debate, and it looks like the debate is definitely on, Trump's guys will lose the debate. They'll be outnumbered 2-1. They'll get berated endlessly by the other members of Congress, including members of their own party. Oh, you're trying to subvert democracy and blah, blah, blah. Let's get on with this. We know you're being a sore loser, blah, blah, blah. And then Pence will say, see, I told you. And then he'll give it to Biden. Unless there's enough pressure that he just says, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't know if there's enough pressure here. It doesn't sound like it. But you have to understand about Pence, he was really foisted upon Trump. Maybe there was another choice or two, but he's always been the GOP's guy. He was the least ugly neocon, I guess. So I guess he just doesn't want to fight for this. He just doesn't care. He thinks, no, we'll get it back or whatever. He just doesn't see a problem with, the Democrats controlling the election, because they'll control it for him too, since it's really only one party when you get right down to it. When you get to the neocons and the neolibs, really they're both working together, and that's really the problem. But I don't think he understands the Trump base, even now. Even after 4 years of being supported by the Trump base, he's going to come to understand him, and he'll probably end up walking away from politics and going in the private life and making a mint, writing a book or whatever. But I wouldn't expect the Trump fans to care or buy it. I think they'll see it as a total betrayal. Anything less than at least throwing it to a contingent election. Meanwhile, you've got, this is Giuliani, and this is Gateway Pundit, so they're a little hyperbolic. Giuliani testified for like an hour and 45 minutes in Georgia. So, you can watch the video. You'll just get mad. It's just more evidence they'll probably ignore. Arizona, more evidence of the most secure election in history. That probably will be ignored. The only sort of sliver of hope is that this rumor, and it is probably a rumor, that McConnell and Pelosi possibly working on rule change to block electoral college objection. I mean, I hope they do it, because if they did that, then it would be probably, you could forget about anybody ever voting for either Republican or Democrat ever again. I mean, this would be crossing the Rubicon for these people. This would be insane for them to do this. I would advise them both, do not do this. If you don't want to see riots in the street, this would push people into rioting. I'm not advocating rioting or violence of any kind, but I think this would be absolutely a nightmarish scenario if these two then changed the rules so you couldn't even have the debate. You would see riots everywhere. And you would come to regret that. You would see riots until the Trump fans got their day in court. And nothing you could do at that point would help, because Biden would already be president. He's not going to leave. This is the kind of stuff you can look forward to over the next 4 years under a Biden administration. Walmart apologizes after calling Senator Hawley sore loser in tweet mocking electoral election. See, they always go out, do too much, and then have to pull it back. But you've already insulted millions of Trump fans, Walmart. Millions. How's that going to look on your sales? I don't think it's going to look very good next month. I think Trump fans are pissed if they hear about this. Josh Hawley is now a hero to the Trump fans, and you call him a sore loser for following the Constitution and fighting for his candidate, fighting for his guy in this election? No. You have made a terrible mistake. You have made a terrible mistake, Walmart, calling him a sore loser. I don't know who runs the Walmart Twitter account, but man, you have made a terrible mistake. This is going to cost Walmart a lot of money, in my view. That's just my opinion. You can apologize all you want, Walmart. Keep apologizing. You better start lowering your prices. That'll be the only way to apologize. There are a lot of Trump fans that probably shop at Walmart out in the center of the country. I think they'd rather starve than show up to your store at this point. Man, you people just don't get it. You don't understand what you're unleashing. It's one thing to win an election and even do a little malfeasance or whatever you want to call it. Not that it happened, because YouTube, honk honk, most secure election in the world. But you don't understand what you're unleashing. You really don't. You're handing China a victory on a silver platter. You're tearing this country apart with this. You do not understand. You think, oh my God, we were tearing apart the country with Trump. No. Trump had Middle East peace deals. He had economic prosperity. He had, black, Latino, Jewish people for the first time crossing the aisle into the Republican Party. You people have destroyed or attempted to destroy Trump. They're not going to side with you. They're going to side with Trump. I am not a Republican. I'm a libertarian. I sided with Trump because he won me over after 4 years, after doing a pretty competent job. I didn't agree with everything he did. I didn't agree with the way he did things. But my God, to not acknowledge any of his triumphs, to just grind him down, you have made a terrible mistake. Now, I already was in third party, not voting for Republicans or Democrats, but you've gotten a lot of people in my camp, in the camp of F the Democrats. Oh, F them. You've gotten a lot of people who are now F the Republicans. You rhinos are in trouble. You are going to split this part. You've split your own party in half, and you'll have no one to blame but yourself. Yeah, you might take back the House in 2022, but you're not going to have the votes unless you appease the Trump fans. Trump is going to be calling the shots. He will be a shadow president out in the open. Not that he'll actually be running the country. He will approve or disapprove of certain things. I don't think he would approve of Walmart at this time. I await the tweet, but I already don't shop at Walmart, so it's no skin off my nose. But a lot of Trump supporters, man, oof, if I saw this and I was a regular shopper at Walmart, I'd quickly change gears if I was able. I would be like, F Walmart. Oh, you're gonna make fun of us? F you. These people don't know what they're doing. They don't know, and they're gonna be punished financially. Fox is being punished financially. Walmart will be punished financially. You will turn this around and start apologizing. The moment Biden is in, the apologies will begin. They won't be enough. You can't apologize enough for what you've done. The Democrat Party, they've ruined their brand. No amount of apology will unruin it.